I do this, and I go here. We switch accounts. Bear with me here for a second. I haven't done a live stream in a while. And I'm going to use my phone, but I got my banjo here, and there's a lot of people that have been complaining that I haven't played my banjo in a while. Well, I know you're not complaining, but there's what I'm looking for. So let's do this. We could go to, let's use Ag Talking to Raw. That might be something we want to do. And I need to do this. I got to shut this off because it's annoying me. And I just want to watch this so that you guys can. What do you think, Will? There you go. Oh yeah, my fingernails are a bit too long. I should probably trim them. This is a can, Joe. I just figured I would put that out there. William, I need you to stop doing what you're doing. It's funny, I turn on a live stream and he ignores me until then. So, let's say we do this. I just kind of want to. I could just find my home page subscriptions. So yeah. Oh, there we are. So I'm live now, and I can do this, and I can watch myself. And we want to shut that down. It's just easier to use the phone than doing a secondary, what do you call it? So I posted a photograph on my Instagram today, and it was about the fuel that I bought this morning. And boy, oh boy, there's some really stupid people out there that saw that photograph and like, oh, bullshit, that's not real, that's not real. It is 100% real, and I'll prove it to you. I will prove to you how real that was. I pumped 224 gallons of diesel fuel. And I got people saying, oh, there's no place in New Jersey where fuel is $24. Like, what are you, retarded? Look at what it says. It's 200 and, let's see here. You see, I want to be 100% accurate. 224.42 gallons at $3.75.9 for fuel. So if you want, I'm hoping you can read that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Anyway, these mental defectives, it cost me for 224 gallons, $843.60 to fill the truck. All right. Yeah, it's expensive. And then I got a guy, he goes on and he comments, he's like, oh, yeah, well, I remember you fighting Penny's pipeline, and now you're going to complain about the higher fuel costs. Are you done, Will? Anyway, the higher fuel costs. It was a gas pipeline that was going to cross the home farm. And it would go within like 20 yards of my house. And they're like really, really, really invasive. And of course I fought them, but it was a natural gas pipeline. It had nothing to do with diesel fuel, gasoline, or anything else, because the gas that was going to go through that pipeline would actually have raised the fuel cost because it was for export only, right? So that mental defective just really needs to get a clue. Wow, who just gave me 20 bucks? Appreciate your videos, your hard work, buddy. Well, thank you. I mean, you don't have to give me money to do them. I mean, I'm just here. I don't play dueling banjos because that's what everybody wants to hear, and I just don't do it. I haven't even played it in so long, I can't even tell you how to do it. It's just forget. Yeah, I'm not even in the right position to play well. But, I'm just fooling around here with this thing. This is just so awesome. It holds its tune. Like, I could pick it up a week from now and it'll still be in tune. It's crazy. I actually haven't played much in the last few years because of my arthritis from Lyme disease. And now that I've discovered different types of vitamins and things which have really helped with the arthritis, so I can actually play again. I'm actually quite pleased. Yeah, and the can is a little different than a regular banjo as well, but it's signed. It's awesome. I just love this thing. I think he did this one was the best one he's ever done, to be personally honest with you. John Deere made a hell of a can. It's got a good thick can to it. You're going to do the church and the clutch. Oh no, I'm tearing it apart. I've got to pick about 60, 80 acres yet. That's it. Deer ticks. Okay, so there was a valid question. What's your plan for fertilizer for the hay next year? I'm not going to put a damn thing on it. That's it. I might go through and put if the price gets so out of control that I can't afford to plant or put, not plant, that I can't afford to put fertilizer on. Like if because they're talking right now that nitrogen is going to be like $700 a ton. Well, $700 a ton to put 30 gallons of nitrogen on, so we're at 32, 66, 90, like nine. Yeah, I put about 90. What do I put that? No, I put 22 gallons to the acre. So 22 gallons to the acre. So 22 gallons, 11.1 per gallon. So you're looking, a couple 100 pounds the acre. It's expensive. It costs me I think it costs me about $75 to fertilize the hay ground per acre, which isn't much, but it'll more than double. It's more than going to double. So $150 an acre. Well, right there, it's a ton and a half of hay to the acre. Gone for 2 tons to the acre, plus all this equipment. No, not worth it. Oh yeah, Roundup, 300% increase. Yeah, it's just not going to be feasible to anybody. Not hunting for a tractor at the time, Mr. Go Go Bobo's sister. Boy, I tell you, you got Fazio so mad at you. He told he told the world that he was going to come to New Jersey to visit me just to kick your ass. I thought that was hilarious, but what the fuck did you do to that guy? pasturing chickens on the field. Yeah, I got a lot of. Yeah, no, I don't know. You didn't do anything to him? I don't know, man. He was pissed. Okay, so Big D 76 Screamer. The walking floor trailer was bought to haul hay, uh, compost, i.e., fertilizer, and grain. That's what I bought it for. So as far as a grain trailer, that's a grain trailer. It works real well, and I enjoy driving it. It works good, handles well, loads easy, unloads fast. I know you were talking about having to dump it. I've unloaded faster with that walking floor at I can unload faster than what they can with a dump trailer. The only thing that I have to do that they don't have to do is actually go in and sweep it out. And it takes me less than a minute to walk to the back and push a broom 3 times, 4 times from back to front. It's 43 feet. Using chicken shit as fertilizer was outlawed here a few years ago. Well, that's bullshit. It's good fertilizer. I do put corn on corn, and I'm going to put corn on corn again, I believe, if I don't get the weather to plant this rye. Yeah, we used a propane tractor to pull wagons with the other day. Timmy Corrigan Picker, there's an idea. Rent the land to a free range farmer probably pays better than mushroom barns. Well, the problem is if we put chickens out there, the coyotes will just eat the hell out of them. I'll fix up to 4320. Sometime I will. I got a lot of work to do in between then and now. No, I don't do the gin and raisins anymore. That worked, but it was hell on my stomach, and I couldn't deal with that being hell on my stomach. I gotta say though, I was just watching a video by a young lady. I believe it was Iowa Country Girl. Has anybody seen Iowa Country Girl? Um, oh wow. Iowa Country Girl. Has anybody watched Iowa Country Girl? If you haven't watched if you guys want to see the way the majority of farmers still farm here in the United States, it's Iowa Country Girl. Um, really a good channel. I just found it, and I've watched like 6 or 8 videos. Nice family. Everybody seems to be doing good. Uh, they have off-farm jobs. They go and they help their families, their mom and dad. Really, 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 if you haven't seen her, go and check it out. I enjoyed her videos immensely. They were picking corn. She explains well, and yeah, she explains well, and they work on Alice Chalmers tractors. Apparently, they like Alice Chalmers. I'm not an Alice fan, but they are, and it's cool. But they're farming like I would say the majority of the American farmers do farm. They're not huge production farmers. They have cattle. They have corn. I didn't see any soybeans, but they were picking corn with a corn picker, and they were combining as well. They had a 1640 or 1660 International Axle Flow Combine and a New Idea picker. And that New Idea corn picker, must have had brand new Husker beds in it, but damn, those ears were clean. You want an update on the sailboat? Well, which one? I have 2 now. I bought a second one, and the reason I did was because it has a blown motor in it. Somebody put gasoline in it. I think it's just an injector pump, but It had a bad motor in it, and it needs some work, and it was cheap, cheap, cheap. So I'm gonna get it up to New Jersey somehow if I have to buy a trailer or pay somebody to haul it up here. It's big though. It's a 34 footer. It's a monster. But yeah, I don't know that I'm the best YouTuber. I know that when I watch other farming channels and I see some of the things they do, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then you get all the people that come over to channels like mine, where I run some older equipment for the older equipment for the grain operation, and the tractors are older, and stuff like that. And I think, you come to my channel and you say, hey, your combine's junk, you need a new combine. Well, okay, the combine's not junk. It works it did work just fine. We blew up the discharge beater, so we don't have a problem. Um, but yeah, it's just like money flows from these people's fingertips, and you wonder the number of acres that they're doing. They must be doing something totally different than me, but the number of acres that they're farming versus their equipment payload, they got to work pretty hard to make it. What's your thoughts on Napa Auto Parts? And are you great? You are great. Well, I use Napa. I don't have any problem with Napa. Me and Eric met up. I think it was in the springtime, and looked at that New Holland baler. $1 million grain bins for what, 1,800 acres? I'm sorry, that's not paying for that. A YouTube channel will, though. The number of dollars that fella makes on YouTube is staggering, and that's fine. I know what YouTube pays, and it doesn't pay bad. I've enjoyed freedoms from with that money that I wouldn't have been able to afford if I didn't have the YouTube channel. And would I build grain bins with it? No, I wouldn't. It's just you can make a lot of money on YouTube if you go to Social Blade and look him up, and that'll tell you approximately what he's making. Yeah, a lot of them are in debt to their eyeballs. I mean, I've got some debt too, but I generally pay it off by spring. And then you borrow again to get through the next year. Dryer's doing great. The repair on the dryer was great. Tim moved out a couple of years ago now. Yeah, Tim's moved out a couple of years ago. I have not done an off the husk podcast. I was supposed to go and do that with him. I never intend to make money on YouTube. Well, you don't have to intend to make money. Hopefully, it happens. Tim needs to start keto diet. Tim just needs to lay off the sugar. Well, a lot of people have mortgaged to their eyeballs. I after the conversation I had with the mushroom barn yesterday, I'm going to cancel the order on that new baler. There's just no way I can afford to do it because they're just not in any way, shape, or form going to expand or expand their price. And with this fertilizer bill, there's just no point in expanding in the hay business at all. Just not. Don't hate because of a name. What are you talking about? I have not gotten around to cut the lumber to build that building yet, but it has to get done. Anything to look out on a high transmission. See, you're putting over just around 200 horsepower through a transmission that was basically designed for a 40/20. Yeah, believe it or not. So there's really nothing you can do to prevent those, but the clutch packs do go bad. If they're in a straight pull and not a lot of reverse and forward, then they last a long time. But you know, it'd be the power shift. Look in the front end where that front axle attaches and see if there's any play in there. There's bushings that may need to be rebuilt. Cigar box Giddy? No, 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 no. This is a banjo, and it's not a cigar box. It is a can, oil can. Fix the cat. Yeah, one of these days. I don't have anything to complain about. I don't, not really. How about you? You complain a lot. Tim blocked you, by the way. He's like, I'm blocking that motherfucker. That guy, he pisses me off. Well, you get under his skin so easy. I told him I was going to come down and visit with you, and he's like, fuck that guy. It's like, wow. You just really. I'll tell him you said that, and he'll be like, oh, I'm going to unblock him to just tell him to fuck off. He gets so mad. I don't know what you did to rub him wrong, but I think it's funny. I mean, whatever. I ain't got nothing against you. I like you a lot, actually. Well, that's what did it. When you told him you loved him, he says, fuck that guy. He's telling me he loves me. What's he, gay? I'm like, I don't think he's gay. Tim does have a YouTube, but he puts weird stuff on there. He does a lot of, well, he plays video games, which drives me absolutely nuts. You talk about your cornstalk shredder. I'm interested in buying one. I will sell you one. I have two, and I'd like to get rid of one. There's no need for me to have two anymore because I don't believe I'm going to be doing much of that. I'd let that thing, the older one, I would probably let it go for, fuck, I'd let it go for about $12,000 with a new set of blades that are in it. And it's all ready to rock and roll, to be quite honest with you. I did a lot of work to that thing. You and South Saskatchewan farmer will get along good. Well, maybe. He doesn't like me for some reason. Double up in the Carolinas. They don't want any more straw down there. And that was another thing. They got too much left over. They may not even need it. I don't even know. I don't know. Like I said, the conversation I had, and it was between me and him, and I'm not going to elaborate on it. Was a new Henniker worth 30? Well, a new Henniker, brand new, is 35 to $40,000. So I paid 35 for mine. I got a hell of a deal on it. It was worth 40. They wanted 40 for it, and I said I could get 35. And they're like, no, we can't do that. I was like, well, then it'll sit here for a year and you'll pay interest. Fine, 35,000 for what I paid for it. The Henniker can cut hay, yes, but I wouldn't do it. David Kaiser, hope you're having a great night, my friend. Well, that was David Kaiser. It is a 5-string banjo, or canjo. That's what it is. It's a maple neck. It's a good neck. Oh, what Timmy Cornpicker say? I was reading about a new perennial grain that's supposed to do the miracle crop like hemp. Yeah, fuck that stuff. Anytime you have something that's specialty or fancy. Oh, they blocked you for 7 days because you said something negative about the Fauci ouchie? Wow. Somewhere, a dear purist's head is exploding seeing that can. Well, there's a story behind this can, and I guess I could tell it. Maybe I have told it. I watch a guy by the name of R. Peak, okay? And R. Peak is the guy that I rescued out of the water when we had Ida, the flood, the hurricane flood. Probably going to be putting beans in this coming year, and I'm going to steal some beans from, the Eastern Shore farmer down there. I'm going to go down and I think I get about 500 bushels. I buy them off of you because, he was all bragging about those beans, and I like pissing off big old seed companies, and I'll plant them. I'll bootleg the beans and spray all kinds of Roundup or something on them. A Pioneer seed. I'm probably going to run Pioneer beans. I liked what he did. Anyways, so I watch Mr. Peak because I play a banjo, kind of, sort of, and he collected these cans to build little canjos out of. And I think this is number 16. As a matter of fact, it is number 16 right there. And the canjo, or this can was on a shelf as he was walking through his I think from his garage into his house. They had a little causeway kind of a thing there, and this can was up on a shelf, and I was like, oh, holy shit, a John Deere can, I was like, that's a John Deere paint can. And I have a can collection. I have quite a few of them down in the basement here, which I like, I keep them there. So I was like, hey, I'd like to have your can, and he was like ignoring the shit out of me. Yeah, beans are cutting good, but had rain last night. Yeah, we did too. It really screwed shit up, 3 inches. So anyway, it was really hard to get a hold of him to get this damn can. So finally he's like, farmer, you've been annoying me. Buy me a can, and I'll send you the can. I paid $60 freaking for a 2-gallon can. This is a 1 gallon. You can see it right here, 1 gallon. This is from the 50s as well. It's an old can. It's paint thinner. Anyway, Pioneer, baby. Yeah, I'm going to plant some Pioneer. I don't know about the corn. I might try a shorter variety of Pioneer, but I'm pretty happy with Golden Harvest, but the yield-wise, but that 100-day variety just sucked the big one. It just was bad. So anyway, I bought the can, and I got it, and I sent it directly to him, and then, and of course, I had never met the man at that point. He's out of the blue 3 days later or 4 days later after he got his can, this one came in the mail. So he's an honorable guy. And that's just the way it is. So he's an honorable guy. I was like, wow, cool. So then my dad bought me this neck. He's like, oh yeah, it's an American-made neck, but I believe it was for something like a monkey wards or something like that. I miss Fielder's Choice. Yes, I miss Fielder's Choice as well. Hey, shorty pants. Yeah, you would just love to play with that, wouldn't you? You got Disney playing downstairs. So, anyways, I was going to build a banjo out of a bedpan, which the bedpan I believe is up there right now, and I actually started to build the bedpan, but I decided that I would abandon it because I didn't want to drill holes in an antique porcelain bedpan that was in as good a shape as what that was. I believe it's up in here. Let's see what I got here. Hold on a second here. William will probably take over. That gun right there. I don't remember what I even did with the damn thing. Is it down here? Oh, no, I don't see it. I know where it is. Hey, you, turkey lips. Get out of there. Get out of there, turkey lips. You're just looking for trouble today. How many tractors do you have? You can count them. I don't remember. Too many. Too many. One less, it burned. So anyway, I picked up the weird deer in Maine, and when I was in Maine, I had called Richard, and I was like, hey, would you build me a banjo or canjo out of that John Deere gas can or paint thinner can that you had given to me, or sold me for $60 freaking. And he was like, yeah, I swore I wouldn't make any more. He says, but I like you, so I'll make one more. So this is 16, and this is the 16th, and it is the last one that he made. And he added things that he never did to any of the others, like this piece of oak here. And this thing was fully submerged in that flood, and it still just plays like beautiful. So yeah, turkey lips. He is turkey lips. Hey, turkey lips. Right? Yeah, gobble gobble. Looks like Jackie Chan. This kid needs his hair cut. So anyway, that was 6 years ago, and he built it. He did it, and I remember when he was doing it, he just started punching holes in it. I was like, oh my god. He's like, yeah, this ought to let the sound out, right? So I'm gonna do something. I want y'all to let me know if you think there's a difference between this and this. I think the damn thing sounds better with the lid off. So, did you see much power increase when you turbocharge a 5020? Yeah, and then the injector pump broke, and I had to put a 108 horsepower 5010 injector pump on it because I haven't rebuilt the 5021. So it actually feels like a regular 5020 with a 108 horsepower injector pump on there. So from 140 horsepower. Amplified Canjo, yeah, that would be really cool. So anyway, so that was the story. He built it, and then of course he was moving from Maine to Georgia, and the flood happened. And I actually should probably post the video of the truck. The truck is all done. I want a guitar neck on an old can laying around. Well, do it on a gas can, a big ass gas can, because guitars are generally big. I mean, I've got a guitar. I got a couple guitars in there. I'm not very good at playing them, but I'm not very good at playing these either. But yeah, but I do have a lot. I I have played dueling banjos a long time ago, and it's just that's the first thing and the last thing everybody ever says. Oh, that's they want to hear that. Oh, from Deliverance, Deliverance. Well, it's dueling banjos, and no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't even think I can remember how to do it. To be honest with you. I'm not. Yeah. No, that's wrong. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's just a pain in the ass to do it. Beverly Hillbillies theme song. I'd love to learn how to play that, but you see, my problem is I'll pick this up and I'll play with it for a while and I'll put it down for a couple of weeks and then I'll pick it up again. And my other banjo's in there. I mean, hold on. I'll take this can. Let me put the can on the floor here. I'll get my regular banjo. Just hold on, and we'll see if there's a difference. Yeah. So this is an Epiphone. It's a Chinese banjo. It's probably grossly out of tune. Not bad. Oh man, that is so weird. After playing that can. Wait a minute, what was that? Oh shoot, what do we do here? Hold on. It says, I'm old enough to be around when Beverly Hillbillies came on the air. Well, I'm not that old. Supposedly original. Wes, that woodworking home is beautiful. Thank you. I did that. I did that. There's a lot of things that need to be done that aren't done yet. But yeah, it's slightly out of tune. The whole story in a 50/20 hood. God, I thought somebody would have forgotten about that by now. Yeah, something. Well, I haven't had time to do Ag Talk in a Raw, really. But my wife doesn't believe this is a live stream. El Diablo's wife, this is as live as it gets, I guess. Yes, we did grow Pioneer years ago. Pioneer seed wheat. What did Angus 420? What did he say? Is it lesbian wood? Tongue and groove? Fuck yeah, it is. You know, me and my wife actually had a discussion about this. Lesbian wood, tongue and groove. That was funny. You know, I saw it. Oh my God. I saw a billboard today on Route 95 as I was coming into Bethlehem. It was outside of Allentown, coming into Bethlehem, and it had a picture of a girl, and they were advertising a casino because Bethlehem has casinos where the old Bethlehem Steel was, and it says the loosest slots with this girl on the billboard. I was like, oh my God, my mind, I got to get laid or something because my mind just went right to the gutter when I saw that. But damn, tongue and groove. That's freaking hilarious. Foggy Mountain Breakdown. You know, I used to know that one too. I can't do it anymore. I just don't know. I can't, you know. Yeah, play the song from Deliverance. You know, the first time I saw that movie, I was like, oh my God, did that guy just get fucked in the ass? What's the whole story in a 50/20? Let me put my banjo away. Here's something I bet you never saw before. Look at that. It's such the coolest things in my house. Yes, that is a swastika. Yeah. See? It's original. Yeah. Somebody knows what they're talking about. I got a couple of war prizes, but I got some really cool things. But it is cool. And this thing, they were never meant to be sharp. They're really just show pieces, really. But it's actually kind of neat.
Wow.
Well, it's definitely worn.
Look, Daddy, look.
What is it? Is it me? Watch here. I'll hit that and I'll get there. The snowflakes are going to burn themselves. Yeah, they're burning their eyes out. I got a really cool thing here. My wife gets me some of the neatest things. What the hell that's about? But my wife and her infinite wisdom sometimes. So check this out, right? Anybody know what this thing is? Because I do, and it's not normal. So Would you ever pull the trigger on this thing? Careful. Yeah, it is. It's a trapdoor Springfield 1873. Someone decided to cut the end of the barrel off and the stock. It is now an 1873 4570 pistol. So that dagger is German officer dress dagger that I've wanted. Wait a minute, I want to see it. I have one, and they have sharpened good. Well, I don't know. I didn't sharpen it. See, they're dressed like you said. They're dress daggers. They're not really meant to be sharpened. It's a hand cannon. You're right. So the guy that sold her this thing says, "I'll bet your man ain't a man enough to pull the trigger." Well, her man is man enough to be smart enough not to, because I ain't pulling the trigger on that thing. You kidding me? First place, it's a black powder gun, right? So you can't buy ammunition. You actually have to build ammunition for it. Well, so what's the take on the story of the 5020 hood? What's the take to tell the story on the 5020 hood? What does it take to tell the story on a 5020 hood? If you guys want to hear that 5020 hood story, you're going to have to nut up or shut up and give me about $1,000. You give me $1,000, I'll tell the story on that hood because I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. I want to buy a new hood. I get the cheapest hood I've seen in decent shape was $1,000. So if somebody decides that they want to PayPal my ass $1,000, then there you go. $1,000. That's what it'll take. How to smash my finger? I actually smashed it putting the transmission pump in the 7530. And hold on a second, guys. I gotta get a charging cable. This damn phone's gonna die. Stay put, Will. Okay. Tell you what, if you tell us I will convert to loving John Deere. Well, after you deposit that $1,000 into my bank account, you can convert to loving John Deere. But until then, whoa, North Dakota, you don't just trust the damn computer. Ah, Jesus, Pete, hold on a second. This thing wants to do all kinds of things now. It's like, oh my God, there's things you need to. Look, that's $105, towards it. Well, you only need to come up with 900 or 895 more, and I'll tell the story. What do you need? What do you want? What is it? Oh, the chipmunk. This is what he wants. He's like, can I have the chipmunk? See, my wife got this from Japan when she was in Japan. My wife lived in Japan for quite a while. Hold on a second. Hold on. Don't get too crazy. I'll give it to him. So this was Disney, Japan's Disney, Tokyo Disney. See, Tokyo Disney. So here, no. Hold on. There you go. Now you can't destroy it because it's very special to mommy. Hello from Kansas. Are you gonna get a vertical tillage machine? Yes, I am working on it. Please, yeah, you can eat his nose, but don't take the tag off because it'll really upset your mom. Vertical tillage machine. I actually was bidding on one that was just like yours, only a 24-footer. I don't want a 30-foot. I want to be able to go fast, and I think 30 feet. My 8530 would probably pull it pretty quick, quick enough, a 30-footer, but I'm just not in. It's going to take about 12 horsepower per foot. So I really don't want to, overload it anyway. 30 feet, 3 times 12 is worth 36. It's 375 horsepower, that tractor. I'd have to weight the shit out of it and probably put more tires onto it to get it to do that. So I thought that somebody rescinded their $5 or something, but yeah, the what do you call it? I thought a 24-footer would be better. I'm from Green Iron Farms, Indiana. H Turbo. Hello. Have you ever thought of putting some wheel rake wheels on the baler? Yes. I actually want Vermeer used to sell wooden ones, or not wooden ones, but rubber ones, and they worked really well. No, William, that's not a toy. Let me put that away. I'll put the gun away. Hold on a second. Something happened. That's not good. Oh, there it is. You can take money back, Indian giver. Yeah, yes, you can. You can renege on it. Absolutely, you can. Any chance we could get all off gear, sweatshirts, etc.? We can go fast, but it's rough, so we do around 7 mile an hour. It does good. Well, we've got suspension on our tractors, so I really want to be able to pull it behind a 6210R. Geez, North Dakota, you got yeah, 893. You're funny. That's glass, Will. Be careful. Oh, come on, you miserable bastard. I don't understand this. Yeah. Come on. Do you think corn prices are stable for the next few years? No, I think corn is going to go through the roof because you cannot have $1,000, $1,000 a ton anhydrous and have, $1,000 a ton anhydrous. What are they at now? $700 a ton for urea. 450 for liquid nitrogen, 32%. I mean, it's just 450, 500. You're not going to have that and be able to sell $5 corn or $6 corn. It's going to have to go to 8 to 10. If it doesn't go to 8 to 10, you're going to have farmers going broke faster than a hooker pukes after sucking off 15 guys. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to be that bad. That's it. That was a terrible analogy, wasn't it? I mean, was that vulgar or what? A cure for Johnson grass. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, a cure for Johnson grass. I guess if I had a dirty mind, I'd say a razor or a set of clippers. But I don't really have that dirty of a mind. I've decided to start just barely breaking even. Yeah, well, that's the problem. So if you go and you visit, I think I'm going to install composting toilets at the organic fertilizer I can. Well, I'm going to be hauling a lot of compost in, but if I can't put compost on it, I'm just going to buy nitrogen and dump the shit on like thicker than thieves. So my plan is to do another next year or this coming year, somewhere between 300 and 600 acres of corn. Yes, between 300 and 600 acres of corn. And the rye that I take off, whether I harvest it unharvested or harvest it as grain, that will dictate whether I put in soybeans or corn. So if I just do unharvested or decide to just kill it off, if I get enough compost home, kill it off and plant corn again, then I'll do that. But if I harvest the rye, I'm going to swath it, buy a pickup header for the combine, combine it, and then drill soybeans in, after the rye. Put compost down and drill soybeans in and see how that goes. China losing a ton of money on pigs. Speculation, $2 billion. Yeah, China's economy is collapsing from what I understand, which is going to take the world down. Come on. How is this thing not connecting? Yeah, so yeah, those ripper planters or those zone tillage planters or whatever you want to call them. I can't use those here because they really need to go about 18 inches, 14 to 18 inches, and we have rocks, and I'd be fixing shear bolts all day long, and I just don't want to do that. I gotta go for a hot minute. This is your family. Have a good night, and thank you for the great content. Much appreciated. Well, Big D76 Screamer, thanks for being here. How did me and my wife meet? Well, that won't cost you a dime. I'll tell you how I met. I'll tell you exactly how I met, and it wasn't exactly my feelings when I saw her were nefarious, I guess. Not good, because I was in a relationship with somebody else at the time. And but the first day that I met my now wife was something like 11 years ago, right? She came in 2009, so it's like 12 years ago. Yeah, 12 years ago. So 2009, Teresa comes into my life. She worked at the corner store right up the road up here. And I used to go in there every day to get a cup of coffee and a sandwich. It was just, that's what I did. It was my routine. It was expensive to do, but I did it. It was my socialization. I would talk to the people in there, and I met a lot of people in the community, and I liked to talk to people. And the one day I walked in, and I looked at her, and I thought, in my mind, as I saw her behind the counter there, I said to myself, I'm in trouble now, because she just took my breath away and causing an ass ache. Bring you some compost. Compost is actually, I think, a little better than chicken manure. Have you ever grown giant? No, I never did. So that's how I met her. She was getting married. She had came into the country on a K-1 visa, and she was getting married to somebody else. And I remember one of the days before she got married, I had told her, I said, wow, I said, do you really like this guy? She says, no, I love him. He's going to be my husband. And I've known him for years. I was like, oh, really? Well, she knew him on a computer and, that sort of thing. And it's really none of my business as to how she met him, but it was a computer. Anyway, she was married, and one doubt in your mind, don't marry this guy, because K-1 visas just mean that you know, you're in love or infatuated with a computer, a person on the other end of a computer. And she turned to me and she says, "Well, if I don't marry him, I got to go back. Are you gonna marry me?" And I was like, "Hell no, I'm not marrying you." Well, fast forward a few years, and I'm married to her. So yeah, so we've been married now, not quite 3 years. Oh my God, what is wrong with this thing? This damn thing. Is this thing even charging? It better be charging, a piece of junk. Remember the combine story, bringing home the TR-96? I remember it in one of the early videos. Oh yeah, I brought that home on Halloween night. Any update on the 4010? Nah, it's sitting in the shed there. I haven't gotten a chance to do anything to it. I've just, you know what? We take on so much with the other things that we're doing that all my fun projects kind of get put off on the back burner. But if I do put a rye in and they don't need us in North Carolina, then I'm gonna put the rye in. But if they don't need us in North Carolina, uh, I'll have a little more time on my hands. I don't really have a plan for the John Deere A. It's a slant. It's a 1947 slant dash A. It's a rare one, as rare as they are. Slant dash A's are the rarer of the A's of that year. So yeah, ugh. But that's what it is. I really don't have a plan for it. By the way, my granddaughter is the same age as you. Well, he is 3. He's a little bit over 3. What did you do? Miss something? Your mom is probably wondering what in the heck we're doing. But what's William going to do? Going to be for Halloween? He's going to be a little dinosaur, right? Can you do your dinosaur roar? Roar, right? Can you do that? Go ahead. Oh yeah, now he's playing Mr. Shy. She turns 4 on December 6th. Well, he'll be 4 in August, so he's. I think the 4430 is going to come in and actually get some love this winter. It just needs to be done. New cab interior, some things that need to be done on it. And what's really wrong with it is there's a bearing out in the one axle stub, and I just need to pull it apart and put new bearings in both axle stubs. New tires all the way around, give her a fresh coat of paint. The engine's good, transmission's good. And, batteries and get the air con working, and she'll be back in the field again. Hello from Country Dog Farms in PA. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to have to probably sign off here just for the simple reason is I've been on forever and I'm hungry. I don't know why I'm hungry. I ate, but I got to get up in the morning, like at 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, and take a load of corn to Triple M Farms out in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's been raining. Still got the MD. I never. I asked them if they bought ear corn. They said no. But you can sell ear corn out at the auctions, and they pay pretty good for it. California. God, you know what? Not to say that you're in an area where all these assholes are in our government, but you send a lot of assholes from California to Washington. You guys need to get together and stop sending assholes to Washington, D.C. to fuck up our country. Okay? Can you do that for me? I mean, I'm from New Jersey. Well, I send assholes too, but you guys have like 58 assholes that you send to Washington. It's some ridiculous number of assholes. I think it is 56 or 58. Hold on, I got a question. The pump you fixed on the 7530, is that the pump, the drive motors, is that the pump that operates the transmission functions like the clutches? That is the clutch pump, yes. Yep. American idiot. $1? That's not going to get you that. You need to add a couple more zeros for that. California just needs to break off and float away. No, California needs to have its major cities break off and sink with all inhabitants there. I would love to take a diesel locomotive. -9, put tractor wheels on it and make it steer and hook some tillage tools. Do you have pee in your butt? What do you got in there? Oh, no, look. You like this. It just sings right along. Sad thing is you're only getting 60 cents of that dollar. That's true. There, maybe now. Oh, we're back. I hate it when that thing does it. Yeah, I'm trying to read from 2 different places. So, anyways, it probably should go. Raining all day in western New York, coming your way. No, it's been here all day. Damn screw tooth is messing with you to keep buffering. I know, it's disconnecting me for some stupid reason. Video on the sailboat. The video on the sailboat will be posted on the sailboat channel that I have created when I'm ready to post it. So I'm not ready yet. I got to get rid of corn. Done with corn. I got to haul every damn day of the week. Like tomorrow, I'll probably take 2 loads. I do have to go to a salvage yard by the name of Kiters of Elizabethville, Pennsylvania, and pick up a new discharge beater for the TR 96. Parsippany, New York, never been there. My mom's from Parsippany, New Jersey. Parsippany, yeah, it's in the city here. I know where Parsippany is. I've been through there a few times. Parsippany, New Jersey is just the child of New York. Actually, New Jersey there's a lot of history in New Jersey, if you didn't know. Like Liver Eaton Johnson, you ever watch that movie with Robert Redford? Liver Eaton Johnson was born just about, I don't know, 8 miles northeast of here. And, no, actually, it's due north of here. It's up in, what's the name of that damn town? Bloomsbury, New Jersey. Wes, you and Teresa have a wonderful night. Good night. See you picking again. Well, I'll pick away. How are the concave rasp bars? Concave rasp bars in the combine it might have something to do with the variety shell. Now, that variety, you couldn't shell that thing out with a hammer. It was awful.
Hello?
Hello? Is that your umbrella? So that stuff was awful. It was awful to shell out. Now the variety I'm into now, I've thrown the concaves all the way away, slowed the rotors down, and it's shelling out just fine. There is some shelling out in the head. Now I got the head shelling out. And somebody asked me if that was a different type of a head. No, that head is shot. It needs to be rebuilt. I was going to rebuild it. B&R Welding was supposed to get me some rollers, but they never did. So I'll be done before they're done. And this coming winter, I'll probably purchase those rollers and get them on for next year. Plus, I'd really like to ask you how you control Johnson grass in your hayfields. If you ever run across a problem, I definitely would like to have your insight. Okay, so Johnson grass or barnyard grass. Once you get it, it's really hard to control it. There's no controlling it other than interseeding. So if you make multiple cuts, see Johnson grass, barnyard grass, it will choke out the hay crop that you have. So if you got Timothy in there, get a no-till drill it in, and because that's a later season. That stuff grows a little later in the spring, starts in later in the spring, and then summer and then into fall. Yeah, so interseed. That's what I would do. New stuff breaks more often than you would imagine. Trust me, I know all about it. All right, so hey Wes, just joined in, and we finished our corn in the UK literally about an hour ago. Just sat down to have a beer. How are you all doing? I wish I could come to the UK, England, Ireland, Scotland, whatever, and have a beer with you in a pub because pubs are awesome. If you've never been into England and you've never been in a pub, you don't know what you're missing. But god darn, man, I'm not a bar hopper by any means. I don't drink much at all, but boy, did I have a great time in the pubs that I entered, and not the pub like in London. If you go into a London pub, it's just like, yeah, it's it looks fake to me. You know, when you go into a pub in London, it's like Well, this isn't old. This is something that they built to look old. But if you're out in the countryside, like in Herefordshire or in Wales or, down there towards Hay on Wye, and you mosey on into a pub, you are in for a treat. If you're an American or anywhere else in the world and you go to one of these pubs, you will be just like, man, I could come down here every night and have a pint with these fellas. They're just really down to earth, good people. It's good old fashioned pubs. London sucks. You need a good old fashioned country pub where I live in Norfolk. In Norfolk. Okay, Norfolk. Well, one of these days I'm going to get back to the UK or back to England and I will meet up with you in Norfolk and we will have a pint of 3 tons. 3 tons. I like that. I think 3 tons, or yeah, 3 tons is a local beer, I believe, or a regional, maybe a regional beer, but 3 tons, my God, that stuff. I drank enough of that, and then we topped it off with a Jameson, and I was on my ass. But we had a great time. I'll buy you a pint of John Smith's. I didn't have any John Smith's, but they're like, hey, if you're gonna drink 3 tons, I think it's 3 tons, and 2 tons or 3 tons, whatever. It hit me like a ton of bricks. Yeah, my wife. That was when I posted a full nude of my beautiful Asawa on a live stream. She was in the bathroom, and my mom is like, so anybody who was watching number 364, 364 people saw my wife. Not she wasn't my wife at the time, but I'm not drunk. I don't have to drink all night. I don't drink at all, actually. I mean, very rarely do I drink. I was drunk that night, though. So you saw my wife's tatas, huh? No, R-Peaks Dodge is sitting in my building. It hasn't come out yet. He hasn't come up. He'll be up on, I think, the first of November. Boy, that thing just wants to fall down, doesn't it? Yeah, it just wants to fall. I gotta pick up the more precious device. Mr. Woodward, look at his neck. We just love this guy. Aren't you just a fun kid? Yeah. I bet that sucked the next day. No, actually, I drank a lot of water and I laughed a lot and we had a good breakfast. But the people that were next door, because my wife, see, the funny thing about locks in the side cabinet, at least the lock that I encountered, my wife is like, Teresa was like, hey, could lock the door because we're in a foreign country and I don't want anybody to come in here and rape me. I'm like, ain't nobody going to come in here and rape you. We're out in the middle of no freaking place. And besides, you're wiry enough. You kicked her ass. And she's like, just lock the door. So I locked the door and I left for hours. And I'm down in the pub wondering why she's not coming down. I thought she fell asleep or whatever. I come in and she has my pants tied together. She's going to jump over the balcony with my pants tied together, making a rope to come down and kick my ass. And when I walked through the door, I was drunk, and I was laughing because she come through the door ready to fight, and she was just pissed to no end. And the people next door that were in the little bed and breakfast thing, they turned the TV up because she was yelling, and I'm like, shh, 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 come on, it's okay, it's okay. Get my charging cable, God damn it. She was just going nuts. So I had to go down to the car, stumbling and falling over, almost pissing myself because I was too drunk. But boy, did I have a good time. And the bartender in the Pandy Inn in Herefordshire, the Pandy Inn in Dorsten, UK, just wants to be a pain in the butt. Come on, I know. I think it could come back on, right? Come on, you miserable bugger. Come on. She was like, oh, I could listen to your accent all night long. And I thought, oh shit, she wants to, do me. But yeah, no, my wife would not have enjoyed that. I could listen to your accent all night long. And I was like, yeah, I could listen to your accent all night long too. But You know, I don't have an accent. You do. You're from England. You got an English accent. I'm just an American farmer, you know. I don't know that I have an accent at all. But apparently I do. I don't know. But, oh yeah, we had a good time. Oh, it was so much fun. And I really wish that Teresa could have got down there. But she wouldn't have been as much fun. I know she wouldn't have been. She wanted something. Oh yeah. She was a pretty girl too. Older girl. She was probably in her mid-50s at the time. You know, and of course that's been what, 5 years ago. Vitamins. I can't even get this thing to reconnect. I don't know. I would like to see this thing come back on. Sometimes accidents lead to accidents, don't you know? Apparently. Mike W. Then coming down the 1st of November. Yeah, he's coming down the 1st of November. Normally get into the other live streams, but I got a kick out of this one and hung out. Thanks. It was fun. Well, hey, you know what? I'm glad you were here. You know, it's always fun to be around me, right? Wait till you see this beautiful girl. See, now this beautiful woman, this one, hold on, she's coming up the stairs. She's got her church clothes on. Can you do a little bit of a modeling job here? See, your hair is so beautiful. What are you doing? Live stream.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on. I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. Oh, is that mine? Thank you. See, I get the gummy vitamins too. Thank you, William. He shares. He's good at sharing. My wife's a piece of work. Figured I would answer him. He's been asking a lot. Yeah. I haven't talked to George Saunders in a while. I have commented on some of his posts. He's busy, man. He took over his wife's family's dairy. So he's really busy. So and that's it. So that's it. So I haven't really spoke with him. Not in a while. I kind of miss the twerking points, you know. Once he did that, Dino 303 or whatever, 03030, he's gone now. He changed jobs. He's no longer doing any agricultural stuff. And Lord Muck, I don't know. He was doing a really good job at doing stuff, and he's still on there, but he's not. They're not doing anything together anymore. I thought it was kind of odd. Yeah, the Russian crawler. Yeah, Did George get the crawler? Get the hell out of here! He got that thing. I thought that was funny when Lord Muck's buddy, I forget what his name is, the glass falls out and he grabs the thing and he's driving. I thought that was funny. Diddley Squat Farm. I'd like to go there too. Jeremy Clarkson. It'd be fun to meet that guy. Yeah, anyway. I guess I better go. Did he really? George did? Let me see if I can find George. Good old George. I saw George doing something. George Saunders. I like George. Well, there it is. He finally made it over 100,000 subscribers, thank goodness.
Get out.
George did.
George who?
So you're not in your church clothes anymore?
No.
What's that? Oh, that's this, and this is this. Thank you. Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, I have to look at it. It's not on Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime, from what I understand. Lord Muck did. Okay, well.
Did you eat?
What did he do?
Did you eat my son? Oh, my body. It's just my body.
Making brand new feeder wagon second. Plowing an awkward field. Yeah. Okay, so I'll have to look at some of the stuff that he's done. All right, I'll come downstairs with my wife. I'm going to laugh my heart out on Lord Muck's. Let me see. God darn it. Now you're going to make me look at that. Or are you talking about Clarkson Farm? Honestly, I think Kurt should have more subscribers than what he's got. Yeah, I really do. I think he's done a bang up job on his videos, and He's at 49,000 subscribers, 49,100 subscribers. And honestly, I really enjoy Kirk's stuff. He does all kinds of stuff, and he does a good job too, thorough job. But anyway, I gotta go do something with my wife. So I'll see y'all later. Have a nice night.